week I spent time, playing video games. I played a little bit more Among Us. I watched Bill and Shubs, their set on Discord.
Yeah. Wait, Discord?
No, on Twitch.
Yes.
That's what it was, sorry. And I wrote a little bit. That was really it. I haven't really done much this week.
No, that's more than most people I know.
So, John, how was your week?
I don't know, man. I did a lot of nothing. What did I do this weekend? I don't know. I've worked a lot, and like my work schedule is like shifting, so I haven't slept very often, and it all feels like it blurred into one long, like day-night cycle.
Well, that'll happen, especially when you've literally been closing and then opening, or closing in mids. That'll happen.
I'm on a lot of Monster and energy beverages right now.
Understandable.
I bought a vest that I'm gonna put patches on.
All right.
Is that the vest you're wearing?
Whatever happened to mine? I lost mine in the last move. It survived several moves, but this last one, it just... Well, to be fair, I also didn't wear it that much anymore, so it probably went into the clothes box bag that was just like, don't wear it anymore.
Yeah.
But I would like it still because I would like to repurpose a lot of those patches into a new vest,
Same.
which would be cool. But
Is
anyways.
that what we're getting on Thursday then, is vests?
I think we could.
I mean, yeah,
we could. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to find my old Legacy of Brutality patch. What else did I do? God, I don't think I played any video games. I don't think I really did anything creative. Gave my guitar lesson. I'm teaching someone guitar.
That's good.
Awesome.
That's it.
All right, Mr. Josh.
Yeah, I had a very uneventful week as well. Did play Phoenix Wright for the first time.
Which
ever.
one? Wait, which one?
The first one.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, on the trilogy thing. Pretty fun. Good
It's
stuff.
good.
Yeah.
It's good. There's a reason a lot of those characters have their own fandoms, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a very popular game.
Yeah.
What about picking it up?
It's good.
Yeah, sounds
Especially if it's on sale.
Yeah.
Well, $30 is already a fair price, but
Yeah,
if you can
like-
get it for cheaper, as always.
Yeah, it's $10 a game, not too bad. But otherwise, haven't really done too much. There was an online Yu-Gi-Oh tournament on Saturday, so I watched that. It was kind of fun.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What one?
Huh?
What
Is
was
it like a nationals or a
Nah,
locals?
it was like a small community tournament. But yeah,
Do they all have rigs with showing the hands on one?
No.
Like in a picture
no, it was all through Yu-Gi-Oh Omega, which is a new program that's in beta right now.
Free?
Yeah.
Is it going to be free when it launches?
Well, yeah, 'cause it's
Okay.
not sanctioned.
Oh, 'cause it's
by
not
Konami.
sanctioned? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's still in development, but it looks really neat. It's probably one of the most ambitious like Yu-Gi-Oh simulators ever. So that was kind of another reason for it is everybody who participated got to get a beta key for it and
That's
play.
cool.
Sick.
So
Nice.
yeah,
That's pretty dope.
final matches actually came down to Dragon Link and Zombie World.
Fuck yeah, Zombie World!
Yeah, a lot of us were rooting for Zombie World, but sadly they
That
didn't
is
win.
my shit. That is what I run right now.
Yeah,
Are those
okay.
both meta?
Zombie World is not.
No, not
Okay,
at all.
so
Zombie
it's
World's
nice
hella
little
bro.
underdog.
Yeah, so
Who
Did
won?
it win?
it was Dragon Link.
Oh.
Yeah,
At least it's
Dragon
not
Link.
stupid dinosaurs. I know you're listening.
At least they got to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
zombie.
Yeah, no, fuck yeah, Zombie World.
Yeah.
Balladrock?
Yeah, they had Balladrock, they were running Jackaboo Run, of course, Rivalry of Warlords.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty neat,
Super dope.
but yeah. That's pretty much it, I didn't do much.
How was your week, Pat?
My week was pretty good. No gaming again, but very busy. My blog has now got, like, its 7th entry now in,
Yeah.
like, 4 days. So, tired, busy. But so far that's going good. I mean, my weekly commitments is NXT and AEW, so then my next review isn't until Wednesday.
Okay.
The main thing is or Thursday rather. The main thing is just double whammy because AEW and NXT are on the same day now. NXT used to be on Tuesday, but then they decided, let's have the Wednesday Night Wars, like how they used to have the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah.
And so, and for those who don't know, they know, but for those who don't know, WCW versus Raw, Monday night. So now it's Wednesday night, NXT versus AEW. And then, of course, the pay-per-views are also committed, but thankfully those are only once every so often. Sometimes once a month, because fuck you, WWE. But AEWs are only like once a quarter, thankfully, and stuff like that.
Okay.
Not having to review Raw and SmackDown's good, so I don't have a fucking aneurysm. I thought about doing the Ring of Honor Pure Tournament, because I started watching that. I haven't watched Ring of Honor since New Japan Pro was crossing over with it, which was amazing. Ring of Honor's always been good, but not as exciting in terms of theatrics and everything. Right now it's really cool though. The whole point of the Pure Tournament is they've been off this whole time because of COVID, unlike WWE, who never let it up. and AEW, who took it easy, but obviously didn't take enough precautions because they all have COVID now.
Yeah.
But Ring of Honor literally was just like, COVID, we have a lot of worldwide competitors, we have a lot of, like, we don't know how to handle this as a smaller production, so we're all off.
Yeah.
They recently came back maybe a month or so ago in what they call the Peer Tournament, which is they brought back a belt that Daniel Bryan, or at the time Daniel Bryanson, or Bryan Danielson rather, excuse me, he combined the belts because it was kind of what I was explaining to you guys earlier about the Undisputed Champion, how it's the Raw and SmackDown together.
Yeah.
The Pure and the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight title was fused into one because once Bryan Danielson won both. I'm so used to calling him by his fucking WWE name. To be fair, most people know him as that.
Yeah.
So
Tomato, potato.
once pretty much, because it is literally the same guy.
Yeah.
But once he won both belts, he was just like, well, do away with the Pure one, blah blah. The whole point of the Pure belt is that you're supposed to be it's actual like wrestling skill, and that's why this tournament is so good. There's no storylines, there's no theatrics, there's no hardcore. It's all very sports entertainment. It's not sports entertainment. It's very sports presentation in terms of like it looks like UFC more, it looks like boxing more because they have like the one where they show all the stats next to each other, their weight, amount of fucking matches won, etc., etc., and then they have their interview segments aren't cheesed up. It's not like I was born from hell and blah blah blah. It was like it's all their real stories. They're just like, you know, I started when I was 19. I was an amateur wrestler. Then I went to Japan, learned pro wrestling there, stuff like that. Like it's all their real stories.
Oh, that's cool.
And so they all do that. So you actually get to learn a lot about their background for real. And all the people they're paired up with. It's a 2-block bracket, and everyone they're paired up with, they actually have history with. So they kind of talk about when they first met this guy and stuff like that. And it's just really interesting, but it's just such good wrestling in terms of actual wrestling. Now, those who are there for the flash or the story, you probably won't enjoy it, but if you like seeing good wrestling, which I always complain in my reviews about, and I got ratioed on in fucking Wrestling Forum today, is because I'm just speaking for real. See, the problem is a lot of people on that Reddit are like, wrestling's supposed to be fun, but to me, I'm like, wrestling's supposed to be good. And I was trying to make all these points as to when wrestling used to be good, why these weren't good. So on and so forth. Even when they were train wrecks, I would be like, my whole thing is I'm going to call you out.
Yeah.
If it's fucking mediocre, it's mediocre. They weren't a fan of the fact that I called it a shit sandwich, or turd sandwich rather. The first match was good, the next 5 cards in the middle were shit, and the last one was good. Turd sandwich. Yeah. So that's why I called it that. I was just like, I thought it was clever, guys. You guys can be angry all you want. It made sense to me, because all the middle card matches were bad. But the Ring of Honor Pure Tournament is just great. If you want to watch great wrestling, but without the flash, it's the way to go, because it looks real. It looks great. And all these guys are great sellers, they're all great athletes, so it's all believable. You don't have the fucking 5'2" bullshit guy who couldn't beat up anybody. No disrespect, and I talk about this all the time. For example, in my review of NXT TakeOver, I talk about Kushida, who's this shorter Japanese wrestler. But he doesn't sell the fact that, you know what I mean? You have AJ Styles, who's only like fucking like 5'10". You have Rey Mysterio, who's like 5'5". You have Alexa Bliss, who's like fucking like 5'2" or 5'3" or whatever. All small wrestlers, but they all do something that sells me. You know, even if you and I got into a little forearm battle, but if I make it look good, even if I can't beat you in a real fight, if I make it look good, that's the whole point of being a wrestler. The problem with Kushida is he had like these little strikes and he's fucking getting a submission, and even though the guy he was going about wasn't necessarily that big, I just don't buy it. And to me, as a smaller guy, I hate to say it, you have a harder job because you got to sell it. Yeah. Ray, for example, none of his fucking luchador moves would really work on anyone in real life. Yeah. But it looked so good when he would do that to Kane, The Big Show, Undertaker, all these fucking 7-foot motherfuckers. Okay, Undertaker's 6'11". But anyways, all these 7-foot motherfuckers, and it's like, it looks great though. Kushida doesn't have that. I just don't believe he has to go against someone that's no more than 6 inches taller than him, or it doesn't look good. Yeah. And this match was not good, but anyways. And then Velveteen Dream is a pedophile and all that good stuff. So, anyways, NXT was they weren't a fan that I called them out on that too. But I was very fair with my language. I said alleged sex offender and possible pedophile. I never lied. All those are true allegations. Velveteen Dream, that's who.
I'm looking.
But anyways,
You have something in your beard and it's really funny.
Sorry, it's probably crust.
No.
From the pizza, not crust from my face. Is it gone? Is
it
gone?
It just moved.
It
no,
moved?
you got it. Okay.
Good.
Sorry, it's been bugging me.
That's all good. That's what happens when you eat thin crust. Anyways, but yeah, so other than that, wrestling's been good, the blog's been going well. I wrote a few video game reviews too, because I did say it's just a review blog. That's why I haven't been calling it anything specific. I'm also going to start doing album reviews, probably just newer albums. I could go back, there's like 100 metal reviews I could write, but obviously that would be harder. So I'm probably going to do albums as they come out, of all genres, whether it's a new Trivium album or a new K-pop album or whatever. Go ahead, Mr. John. What's up?
No, I was just saying ooh because you said
Oh, you read it, right? Yeah. So all that good stuff. But yeah, and then the other funny thing that happened is one of the members of Retribution, that group I talked about that was like really weird because their story makes no sense. One of the members, T-Bar, has been really unhinged on Twitter. And because T-Bar is a WWE wrestler, so when you look at most of their accounts, John Cena, Roman Reigns, you all know they're run by a manager. They're not run by the actual person.
Yeah.
T-Bars has to be run by an actual person because he's been fucking saying some shit. So recently,
Let's share this with us.
Everyone's been making fun of the whole Retribution storyline. To be fair, it's trash. But so Matthew from Botchamania recently had an interaction. He went to sleep one night because he was in the UK, and when he woke up, he said, "Now I'm feuding with Retribution all of a sudden because T-Bar and one other member was like two in character, but T-Bar was just like, I will let this go because of like they made fun of him in the video, but we'll let this go because you've done more damage to this industry than anyone else can do."
Clip,
Oh, you saw that clip? Right? Okay, that was a good one. That was really good. And then another person commented on Retribution's storyline, Chris Jericho. And he said, and all Chris Jericho did, because someone posted an explanation of their storyline, the whole getting signed to be terrorists, blah, 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 and they were just like, makes no sense. And because T-Bar's response to that was, well, because it's cheaper to keep us on retainer, so we minimize the damage if we're on the bankroll. That was just his weird, obviously joke explanation.
Yeah.
So Jericho quote tweeted it and just put, huh? And so, and then what T-Bar did is he took the article where Chris Jericho's festival got over 20,000 people COVID because Smash Mouth was playing there, and then like over 20,000 people got that. So he quote tweeted that article, but at Chris Jericho, and then because he got a shitload of people COVID because of his festival, and I was just like, fucking goddamn it. And then Eric Bischoff quote tweeted the thing about Retribution and put,
is it 99?
He put, this is the like move of a company that's going under or whatever like that. And then T-Bar quote tweeted that and responded to Eric Bischoff and was just like, we too aspire to destroy a multi-million-dollar company one of these days because he destroyed TNA and that's why they're shit now. So I was just like, fucking goddamn it. That's why I don't believe T-Bar's run by a WWE social media manager because I don't think they would be fighting everybody like that if they were actually on there. So it's one of those, and they have the check mark, so they're obviously verified. But it's just one of those things where I'm just like, yeah, this guy's fucking kind of funny. I'm actually kind of becoming a fan of this guy, even though he just looks like Bane on the fucking thing. I am laughing because I'm just like, holy shit.
Right?
These are so good. Like, he's just right. Like, what are you going to do? Because even with Matthew, he's not a genuinely bad person. He just likes to make fun of all the botches. Called out in an equivalent, the punishment fits the crime with him. Yeah. And then T-Bar, fuck Jericho, fuck whatever, and he was just like, went in. So I just like that. But yeah, no games. I did buy one recently that I'm not going to reveal yet, but it's not necessarily a new game. It's just a game I've been wanting to play for a while. But until I play it, nothing. So there's that. For wrestling fans, casual, who watch this show, Glow has been canceled. They got confirmed for a season. It's the one with the girls and the lesbians fighting wrestling. It's been canceled. Even though a fourth season was confirmed, it has been canceled because COVID, money. Yeah. Not going to be able to film it in the next year.
Oh, okay.
Not enough to make it, so they should wait that long. So they've just canceled season 4. So even though season 4 was greenlit, now it's been canceled because of COVID. So unfortunately, Glow's a good show.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a nice satire, female wrestlers, but at the same time, a lot of funny stuff there, good humor, stuff like that. So good stuff. My friend Andy was the one who got me into it, so it's a good one. But yeah,
Little Annie Adderall.
Yes. Where can everybody find your stuff on the internet, Mr. Josh?
Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, at Joshiro Joestar, YouTube, ShiroPlay5.
John?
At Gyarados Ekis everywhere.
You can find me on Instagram at awesome_Maui. Where can everybody find you?
At ZD Rocker at all the places. SlimAgentEntertainment.com. DisconnectedCast.blogspot.com. Oh, fuck. Disconnected review. So this is why I need to get a .com for that also, but money, so I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Until I get the .com, you guys better not steal that or else I'm gonna fucking...
Wow.
Not you guys, but the people listening, because I just don't take that.
Disconnectedreviews.blogspot.com
Disconnectedreviews.blogspot.com for now.
Sell it to you.
I'm gonna start thinking of the B and C now before I get screwed.
I just
And disconnectedcast.com. So there's that.
I just want to clarify. I'm not calling your friend Annie Adderall. I'm making a reference to the fact that was Alison Brie's nickname on Community.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
she's the girl in Glow. Okay.
She should have used. I know she should have used that name in Glow, but probably no.
No.
Because probably Community.
Dan Harmon was like, no.
Yeah, probably. All right, so Ubisoft, obvious home for rapists and racists and racist rapists. But anyways, yeah. So the CEO Guillemot, the Frenchman, has decided to. He has a plan. The company has a plan in place now to prevent this from happening. They have a 4-point plan.
Does it not be shitty?
To prevent this from happening. Now, how many people have been affected? Like, you have a lot of people who are, like, thankfully aren't adding me, but I have read responses to these type of articles with, well, how many people could it possibly be? It must be, like, 5 people that got abused, etc., etc. First of all, it doesn't matter how many people. It could have been one person that got abused, obviously.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
25% of the entire company
What the fuck?
Jesus.
is reported to be abused in some sort of way, whether it's verbal, sexual, etc., male or female, or non-binary, have all responded to this poll that was put out by the company that's just trying to figure out how bad is it tapping into the vein, how bad is this problem. This is how bad the problem is. So I want to break that down. For those of you who are like, 25%, what does that mean? Because how big is the company, etc., etc. 25%, or 1 in 4, or 3,500 cases.
Jesus.
Now, the reason I didn't want to put the total, you can do the math there,
Yeah.
that's 25%. But the reason for you simpletons why I didn't put that is, first of all, you guys are going to be the first ones to argue, well, that's a small percentage of the so-and-so, so-and-so, if you do the math. The problem is 3,500 is still a lot.
That's a lot of fucking people.
That's a lot.
So,
That's a lot
yes.
of fucking people.
So here's their big solution. Let's
Yeah.
check out
Let's
Guillermo
see
de
what they have to
Frenchman's
Their 4-point plan.
4-point plan. Point 1. Oh shit, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Point 1. That's probably what he said when he was making this plan when I read it. Anyways, point 1. Guarantee a working environment where everyone feels respected and safe.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
nothing,
So-
because that's already what this plan is. So point 1 is to do the plan.
Okay.
Okay. Point 2. Putting diversity and inclusion at the heart of everything we do. So essentially,
So point
he's
1.
claiming they're going to do what I like to call the Crayola effect. Where you go around, all right, black men, all right, lady, all right, Indian lady, all right, Mexican, all right, non-binary, all right, guy, all right, and you go around and you're going to take every demographic in the company's opinion into every decision. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it. That's what that claims. I doubt it. So another bullshit. So that's not real, obviously.
Yeah.
That's a bullshit point.
Okay.
Number 3, refocus and strengthen our HR function. Obviously, HR doesn't really exist because I'm sure all these people have complained to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So get an HR might be the way they should have phrased it. But they put it as that way. So more bullshit. More bullshit. And point 4,
Profit?
make the managers of the groups accountable and empower them.
Oh no.
Don't empower them.
Don't
too
empower
much.
them,
Yeah.
but maybe fire them.
So I've heard 4 nothings. I don't know if either you guys heard, but I
I heard a lot of.
You guys should be hearing bleeps on the recording because I
Yeah.
heard 4 nothing
There's-
of the fucking.
I feel like
I don't
that's
hear
just
it.
something that
That's
should
all
be as a
shit. This is
company.
all shit corporations say, right?
Yeah.
When oof, I almost called out my own company. I should not have done. I should not do that. Okay, let me not say that. But when a certain company got in trouble for making fun of a certain demographic, that company should have been held accountable in terms of, like, you know what I mean? But all they really do is put out a bullshit global email
We're
to all
sorry.
employees and personnel. Guys, don't do that.
Sorry.
We know so-and-so did that, but you don't, okay? Don't.
Yeah.
That's all this was. It's just corporate nonsense that gets put out every single time where it's just like, if someone gets sexually abused, it's like, don't do that. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
But what are you going to
That
do?
should have already been in place.
All these should have been in place.
before,
As a
but-
multi-billion-dollar company, all these should already be in place. Absolutely, I agree.
Oh, I hate.
Yeah,
don't
I know,
like
it's dumb.
things like that.
So that's it. So that's what. There he goes. His name, Yves Guillermo. I finally remember the whole thing. Yves Guillermo's his name, and he's the one who came out with this bullshit. Obvious, just bleh, you
Like,
know.
why
just
do
a
you
bunch
even
of
bother
bleh.
sending an email?
No, he didn't send an email. He
He's
made it,
saving
this is a
face.
press conference.
Yeah.
Shut
Why
up. This is
bother
real.
So
press
people will be
conference,
like, oh, look,
Hey, if you
doing
worked at
something.
Ubisoft, you wouldn't have been able to say that, okay? Anyway.
Because you're a girl.
Right?
Yeah,
Right.
because you're a girl.
Fuck you,
And Yves
Ubisoft.
Guillermo hates them.
Well,
No
Guillermo,
penis,
get
no
over
talk.
it.
That was Ubisoft's current.
that was
That was
That's
their
it.
current plan.
That's the
No
new
penis,
plan.
no talk. That's what it says on his door.
God
So
damn
there's
it.
that. But anyways, there's
What if,
that.
what if you have two penis?
You have two penis. I don't know. You're him. But anyways, yeah. So recently,
Double talk.
Facebook took down a very dangerous group. So there's a lot of groups, a lot of forums on Facebook. They got them. They got these people. They took down a Fallout 76 role-playing group that they mistaken for a terrorist organization. Now, here's the thing. They're so on it.
Fucking Zuck.
How did they fuck up this bad and get the fake group when there are tons of white supremacist, MAGA bullshit nonsense groups on Facebook that have never been taken even a post down once? How? Yet they're on it for these guys who are like shoot bang you in the Mojave Desert. Well, guess what, bitch? It's not really the Mojave. I forgot where Fallout 76 is. Oh, Washington or whatever.
The Commonwealth,
Or
right?
Commonwealth is 3. Mojave's Fallout New Vegas. I made fun of that. Oh no, New Vegas.
Like in the Appalachian area.
4 is
4 is the Commonwealth.
4 is Boston. Stop! You're making stuff up. John, you've never played Fallout. 3 is the Commonwealth. Fuck. New Vegas is the Mojave Desert.
Yeah.
Fucking Las Vegas. 4 is Boston.
I thought 3
No!
was DC.
4 is Boston! Well, the Commonwealth into DC, because you can also go to Bethesda.
I'm so
Commonwealth
weird.
is the name of the fucking beginning area.
Hold on, I want to check. I swear the Commonwealth is 4.
No!
I played the fuck out of 4.
4 is Boston!
No, I know it
I
is,
need
but I thought they
another
called
soda.
it the Commonwealth.
Not pepper. I don't want pepper. I need soda.
Do you have any soda?
I didn't have any soda in here? I thought I didn't have a 0, but I guess diet will have to do because I don't have 0 in the fridge. Oh, wait, no, is that 0 back there?
I don't know.
Nope, that's baking soda. I'm not going to drink that.
Well,
Okay.
don't drink that. That's not good for you.
Yeah. No, it's very not good for me. But anyways,
bad.
okay, John, what is it?
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay, well, John's going to look that up, and that's going to be on... That's going to be on a delay.
Oh, yeah, see, the Commonwealth is a general location and setting for Fallout 4.
Yeah, it's like
4?
I think it's like the New England area.
Yeah, that's what I
okay.
thought, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so...
But you're right, it is.
yeah.
It's the Commonwealth incorporated Boston and the larger Massachusetts area and beyond. All areas within the game are referred to as part of the Commonwealth. Okay,
So anyways,
So
4 is
4
the
is-
bad one where you play Minecraft, but badly.
Yeah.
I love Fallout 4.
But so they took down Fallout 76
But anyway, yeah.
group.
Yep.
Did you see that Twitter was like
Super awesome.
threatening to permaban anyone who wished death upon that guy that caught COVID that deserved it?
Yeah, fuck Twitter.
Yeah, that's Twitter for you.
Yeah.
But anyways, another announcement in regards to the game. Fallout 76 is adding vaults. Now, if you played ESO or, whatever, you get to do the thing that my brother and I always dreamed about. First of all, ESO is kind of a dream because it was like playing with multiple people, Elder Scrolls universe. ESO's been treated so well. And it went through a fucking Final Fantasy 14 thing where it sucked ass and it got good.
Yeah.
But it's great. And you do get to build your own houses and stuff like that. You can show off your crib to your friends. Unfortunately, because Bethesda, all that stuff costs real life money, these vaults are going to be the same way. You can buy different size vaults. You can deck it out in your decorum and everything. Make it yours. Show it off to your mates, etc., etc. But it does cost real money. That's my main thing where I kind of love and hate it. The thing I hate about spending too much money on a game that will eventually end, thankfully for me, for example, back when I played D&D online obsessively, like 6 years ago, I thought to myself, I hope this never ends. But like any other MMO, I fell out of it after like a few years.
Mm-hmm.
But thankfully it's still going on, so if I had stayed with it, that's another 5 years or so where I'm just like, whoa, this is still going. Because you just never know. Some games end up like FF11 that lasts an eternity.
Yeah.
What feels like an eternity since we were in high school.
God, really?
And then some just end right away. Some are just bullshit. Like Terra Online was still around for like 8 years, but still it's like, whatever. Yeah. Then you have your WoWs. Then you have your fucking EverQuest, which is still going on and older than fucking everything.
Yeah.
So you have that. But a lot of times you don't, and that's my thing. We're talking about Fallout 76. At least ESO looks like it has another 5 years in its lifespan that I can see with the support it's been getting. Fallout 76 is nowhere near that. Because Fallout 76 is not even really a true MMO, first of all. Let's not forget that. They're kind of trying to convert it into one because it's so fucked.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like a multiplayer game more than an MMO. And I know there's some people that are going to argue what's the difference. Let's see, massive versus not massive. That's the biggest difference between a multiplayer game and a massive multiplayer online game.
Yeah.
But anyways, so it's one of those things where they have a lot to fix, they still haven't fixed. And they're kind of just kicking dirt back, and then they are adding stuff, but they're not fixing the stuff that's back there. And that's kind of the issue with the game and why it doesn't seem like it's going to last long. Because you just keep ignoring problems, and you keep plowing forward and ignoring problems. Because what happened to the Wastelanders update? That shit, when we talked about it, back when Shubs and Bill were first on the podcast, that shit was supposed to drop before COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, but remember,
It's
they're still
still-
fixing it.
they're still fixing it, but it's not there.
They're still updating it.
So we'll
Get
see. But this is the thing. So that gets pushed out. Yet vaults you can buy and with your real money, all this stuff where you can add more money into the fire, that's being added, but not the stuff that they promised as actual support for the game.
Yeah.
So I want to like this idea. I really do, because again, I love it in ESO, because that was just a dream of my brother's come true, of mine and my brother's come true. Anyways, there's 3 sizes: utility room, lobby, atrium. I can only imagine how fucking expensive those are going to be. To be fair, the ESO homes aren't really that cheap, but at least it's in a working game once again. But
It's in a good
we'll
game.
see how expensive these are going to get. I can just see them just really fucking people over. If they were going to at least try to save this game, you would want to add stuff that's appealing, fix the game, and draw people in post. Be like, look, we know we fucked up. You know, the No Man's Sky approach.
Yeah.
We fucked up. All DLCs, all like the 12 expansions since, and I like use no hyperbole there.
Yeah.
The 12 major updates since No Man's Sky launch has all been free.
Yeah.
But that's No Man's Sky Hello Games. We're talking about Bethesda big boys now being bankrolled by Microsoft. So
Why do
they
you need
really
that?
have no reason to not fuck off. So there's that. And Microsoft's still removed enough to just be like, they're still their own company. So Microsoft is not going to stop them and police them. We just own them and we collect the money, but we don't tell them what to do.
Yeah.
That's kind of where they're at right now.
It's smart.
Yeah, exactly. This is actually pretty big news in my opinion. It was in the news story, but like, I want to know what your guys' takes on this, if you think it's a big deal or not, because I think it's, and this is not me being, I know this is usually how I start a very dramatic point and I make a joke. I'm really serious on this one. That made it sound less serious, but anyways, Sony, for the first time ever, is changing cancel and confirm in Japan. They're forcing them onto the North American standard. Here in the States, X has always been go, circle's always been back. In Japan, since 1995
Like a long ass time.
or whatever, 1 or 4 or whatever the fuck it came out in. 4, I want to say, in Japan, it's always been circles go, X is back.
Really?
Since then. Ever since then to now.
Think of like original Final Fantasy VII.
Exactly, how it
Yeah.
makes you do that, because
No
that's the original
shit.
controls.
Yeah. And
Sony-
it makes sense. Circle, you know.
X cancel.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Sony has announced that in Japan, everyone's going to be on the standard now, so they don't have to make 2 formats for controls anymore.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just really weird because I just don't understand why they just don't keep it like that.
I mean,
And it's been this long, right? Like now?
Well, I just mean like,
Yeah,
20 years later?
like
Why
why
do-
they haven't just kept it the entire time.
well, are they
Yeah,
giving
there's that
us-
too.
Because Nintendo does that.
Yeah, Nintendo did
does
that.
the same format.
Yeah,
Are they
Nintendo
giving
still
a-
does that. Yeah, tell
Mhm.
me.
Are they going to remove the region lock too? Then, like,
No.
is everything
No,
going to be
nothing.
uniform?
Even like when I play my Japanese games, they're all that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I've known about it for so long.
Like, why even do that then? Like,
No, yeah, that's the thing. It's like there's no real point, and like
Yeah.
Josh said, they should have just always done that to begin with. Because to his point, Nintendo still does that.
yeah.
Nintendo is in a weird spot where a lot of the American games do it. This and this. For those on the audio, I'm obviously doing the motion. Some of the American, it is confusing for me sometimes because Deadly Premonition 2, for example, has confirm on B and back on A, even though most of the
Weird.
Japanese, even though that is technically a Japanese produced game. But anyways, and then a lot of the Japanese games is the other way around. So it's just really confusing on Switch.
Yeah.
Because Switch does follow that for the most part, and Nintendo did do it longer than everyone else. But now they're also in a weird half and half because it's up to developers' choice. But for Sony, industry standard now for development is going to be all across the board now. It used to be everything but Japan. Now it's everything including Japan. A lot of people in Japan are not happy. In fact, lots of polls have showed intense dislike of the decision.
You're used to one way for so long, you know?
Exactly.
Especially for a Japanese company to be like, no, we're just going to cater to how we do things.
That's
in the
really
West.
weird. Yeah, exactly. To literally everywhere else in the world now wins.
Sony
Yeah.
is sus.
Mm-hmm.
Super sus.
I feel, well, I don't know. I could see Sony backing up on their own bullshit again and being like, just kidding, guys. Because they did that with backwards compatibility. When backwards compatibility was first announced for the PS5, they said, we're going to do about 40 games. Then everyone made fun of them. They were just like, 40 games? Like, fucking why even bother? Just don't have backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
Then Sony went to 99% backwards compatibility. Now they claim 100%
Okay.
backwards compatibility. So Sony's known for foot in mouth
Just
while
kidding.
hopping backwards. We'll see if that happens again with this statement where they're just like, oh, we're just mistranslation.
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean?
I just
Like,
want to see what you would say.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna be in charge of Sony now. God damn it! I was just kidding. High spot. Anyways, what the fuck? I swear there's another Sony news. What the fuck? Oh, okay, it's part of another story. Yeah, it's fine.
No, okay.
La 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 la. Oh, here it is. It's coming up. It's coming up. Anyways, Warner Brothers Studios says, "Look, guys, J.K. Rowling has the right to hold her opinions.
Oh my god!
All right."
I saw.
She's
that
not
thing.
really involved in the game, by the way, guys. But we're just saying, boss, president of Warner Brothers Games, she has a right to her opinion.
We have a right.
If you're already having trouble fighting the crowd, guys, please buy this game. And they're already like, fuck you, no.
Yeah.
And now you're like, this person you hate can say that. Alright? They're not involved with the project anyways. So, moot point, she can say that. Why the fuck would you... He's just buried it now.
I saw that. I saw Jim's tweet about that.
Yeah,
I get
Jim
it. You're
fucking
trying
made
to
a
take a
good tweet.
neutral stance, but
Yeah, first you tried
That
to,
ain't it, man.
and then no one was taking it, so you
That
bust
ain't
out the bat, and you're like, I said she can do what she
No,
wants.
right?
That's not how that
Right.
fucking works.
That's the hill you want to die on. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
man. That's,
They've just-
that's on you.
I just feel like that's really the last suffering. For those who, of course, listen to educational things like Disconnected Cast or Jim Sterling, etc., etc., you would know that. Now, you have all the plebs who I've seen on Facebook, you all know who you are, who aren't listening to this, you unsupporting motherfuckers, are like, I'm still going to buy it. I want to support the devs. Even though it's not possible because you're still supporting the people fucking the devs
Exactly.
first.
Well,
Then
Rowling's
the
still
devs.
gonna get a good chunk.
Yeah. The devs are going to get the
She fucking
dick
owns
cheese.
the property.
That's it. All the devs are going to get the dick cheese at the bottom. They got your dollars. Everybody up there got your dollars first, and then they just trickled a couple down. That's how that works, guys.
Yep.
Trickle down. So there's that. Godfall, that game that kind of looks like Destiny, but we're still not sure what kind of game it is.
Yeah.
They had that
Oh,
other
yeah.
gameplay trailer. It looks a little more actiony. It looks a little more fast. It's not going to be like Destiny, but for some reason, the aesthetic still reminds me of like Roman
Nah.
lion god fucking
There's 3 of them.
gods for some reason. There's that too.
Yeah. Like,
Well, here's the thing, and here's what I find funny. Sony has confirmed that you cannot play single player without an internet connection. Now, that sounds really
Okay.
familiar.
Yeah.
That sounds really familiar that you cannot play a game without an internet But guess what? Nobody got mad. Everyone just said, okay, I guess I'm going to have to be connected to play Godfall. Fuck all of you! I'm actually tired of this. How the fuck do you get mad at Microsoft 1 generation ago for being like, oh my only, what a bunch of fucking bad. It's like, fuck them, Microsoft sucks.
Because it's
Sony does
Sony.
it now, here in
Because
fucking
it's Sony.
2020, and everyone's like,
Everybody's
I guess
okay.
that's just
Well, I
the
guess-
industry standard.
I mean,
Whatever.
I guess I'm just gonna suck Sony's cock.
Sony said you got
Okay, so it's just like, fucking
Stop
goddamn,
hating
you,
on
told you.
Microsoft
I
so
told
you
much.
guys are such fuckers.
Damn.
I know, Mallory has an even more legitimate reason to be angry.
Right, I freaking
I'm just
love
tired of the
Xbox.
hypocrisy. If we're gonna shit on everybody, I like to shit everybody evenly.
Yeah.
If you do something bad, I don't give a fuck if you're Sony. I don't give a fuck if you're fucking Swery. I don't give a shit if you're fucking EA. I don't give a fuck if you're fucking Platinum. If you do something sus, you get called out. I hate this handhold, this like pick and choose thing. I hate Trump. Okay, good. You hate Trump. Hey guys, Blizzard is fucking Hong Kong citizens because they hate them and they hate Chinese people.
Fuck 'em.
Well, you know, I don't know, guys. Like, I'm pretty good as Tracer.
Right.
And
like,
just kind of cute. So I'm just saying, like, I want to support the devs at Blitz. Fuck, that's not how that works. Stop fucking
not.
talking. You talk too much. Anyways, but yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just like, stop it. But yeah, this is the thing. It's been met with with a couple of people being like, oh god damn it, but not this huge, overwhelming, "Ugh, how dare them
would you
do
do
next
that?"
gen. Like, it's just like, I don't know if you guys remember that. There was a lot of hate towards Xbox when they
You have
announced
another
that
thing in
shit.
your beard.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
That's spit.
Okay.
But anyways, it's one of those things where I'm just like, just let's be even. Let's be fucking even.
Shit on everybody.
Shit on everyone, shit on
So
no
many
one.
people.
I have no reason to. I don't have to defend Xbox, but I just get tired of this hypocrisy. Forbes put out that great article talking about journalism hypocrisy, which they've kind of practiced too. But it's nice that they made an article that kind of addressed the fact that it exists.
Yeah.
They didn't really go. They could have maybe been a little more honest and been like, "Yeah, we do it too. We get it, but we're calling everyone out." So, but they were kind of like, "You guys." Not that we've ever had a bias. You guys do. But I still like it because I was just like, these are all very good points. You guys are fucking liars too, but very good points.
Can you
But,
link me that?
Yeah.
Read that.
For sure, it's a good read. Netflix, even though the second season has not even come out yet, The Witcher is now confirmed for a third season.
Okay.
Sweet.
My problem with this is I still don't think it's that great. I still feel like people who enjoy it have only played a quarter or less of The Witcher. But I will say it's still good for CD Projekt, the Crunch Kings. So John and I were talking about this. The reason we didn't report it last time is because I don't really find it to be that news. Because this has been a thing since the beginning. They did it with Witcher 3 also, where they were just like, we promise no crunch. Then they were 6 months behind, and they crunched the fuck out of it to get it out late, by the way, not even on time. They've now realized they cannot meet their November deadline without crunching, so CD Projekt has announced to, minimize the damage. Instead of just finding out later they crunched everybody, has just been like, yeah, we know we said no crunch, we lied. If you guys want this game on time, we have to crunch. Yeah. So
holding the
I'm
game
just kind of
hostage.
like, yes and no.
Like
yes and no. I'm gonna hit Mallory right now, and then I do it. It's just like, well,
I told you.
And it's like, but does that make it any better?
No,
so that kind of thing.
How badly you want this game, though?
Yeah, which is sad because I've seen a lot of people being like, I don't give a fuck, I just want the game. I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, let's know.
How about you don't?
I bet you it's not going to be that good.
There? Like,
it's probably going to be great, but no.
Yeah, it's not going to be it's not going to be fucking slave time, pre-Civil War fucking kind of conditions good. You know what I mean? It's not going to be that good. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, Nintendo put out an interesting article that made me realize that some people really are casuals. Because if they had to put out this article, or the statement rather, it must mean people really have this issue. Nintendo has said that if you do own a Switch, this is for the very casual people, they said, so not us. Even those who haven't touched your Switch in a while, like me, it's already been like 2 weeks. That's still fine. They said, do not exceed 6 months without charging your Switch. Because a battery running that... And this applies to anything with lithium-ion, basically. Yeah. They're just kind of doing simple science for people who don't understand how that works. If you keep doing that to your Switch, where you only charge it like once a year or once every 6 months, your battery life is going to become... Because the cells will, not be stretched out that often, so they will become, 60% capacity very fast. So just a little heads up. They're just like, hey, look, if you're the kind of guy who plays their Switch once every 6 months, you're that guy. Just make sure to charge it at least once every 6 months to a full thing.
Nice.
I thought about that and I was just like, what a weird statement. That's just how batteries work. Oh, that A, not that many people know that. And then B, there are people who probably only play their Switch once in a fucking blue moon.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things where I'm just like, okay, I guess that does exist.
And got it because of COVID and then just like, okay.
Yeah, Animal Crossing was fun for 2 weeks and then they got tired.
Exactly.
That's what happened. There's a lot of those people. But anyways, and then the final news. A lot of Minecraft stuff this week, surprisingly. First of all, let's get the big news out of the way. Minecraft, Alex, and Steve are the brand new additions to Smash.
Yeah.
That is a meme that has been running almost as long as Shrek and Goku. So I am expecting one of those two to be in there next. Because this has literally been like that kind of joke for a while, and now it's real.
Yeah.
With that being the case, one thing I will say, at first I was kind of like, waste of a slot, I was kind of being a hater, even though I do play Minecraft, I was kind of like, you know, well, it could have been someone else. But when I saw that Sakurai plays of the way they work, it's crazy. I don't know if you guys watched that, but the amount of detail put into it is great. You start off your base, so you just got your really weak attacks. To get your good ones, you actually have to mine and craft your abilities and everything. So you have your really powerful stuff that you use to get up and everything, and then like that. And of course, the Kirby eats you, becomes all blocky and everything. The Kirby looks pretty great. So there's a lot of detail that was put into it where I was just like, you know what? Still not a fan of this decision, but you guys put so much work into it, and I see the details you guys did way out of your way to make Minecraft have representation as Minecraft character. Now I'm on board in terms of like, well, there's nothing, A, I have nothing I can do about it anyways, I can veto it out. Yeah. But B, you guys put fucking work, and so good on y'all. So I was very happy with the way that looks. So that's definitely a trailer worth watching because man, it looks great the way they did all that stuff.
What's their
the way you man your abilities and stuff? Your Final Smash?
Yeah,
I don't remember. He says it, but I don't pay attention.
Send it to me?
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, I will.
Right, just really comes out of nowhere and fucks your shit up.
That'd be great. On top of that, they went ahead and. Couple more bits of news, like Minecon was recently, Virtual Minecon was recently, so that was one of the announcements that lined up with it. It was a Nintendo Direct plus Minecon. The other thing they announced, more Minecraft Dungeons content, which that is a game I'm still keeping an eye on against that Diablo game, Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
Only $20 at launch, but also was admitted to have a lot of bare content. They do have a new patch coming out, which I read this over and over again, and they claim 20 difficulties? I don't know what the fuck that means. That seems like... I always thought it was like easy, medium, hard, maybe very easy and very hard. 20 difficulties? I don't know what they mean by that.
Like,
And when I read the statement on the actual Minecraft page, they were just 20 difficulties being added. I was like, still don't know what the fuck that means.
It's just like multiple parameters.
Yeah, maybe. So I'll keep an ear out. I'll let you guys know any updates on that.
Too.
But it was really weird. Yeah,
like the different types of monsters.
What the fuck is that damage,
Yes,
my guy?
yeah.
Like,
But anyways, they have that, and crossplay is going to be in the next patch. So
Sweet.
cool.
sweet.
And then on top of that, they are adding more paid DLC, and it still has yet to exceed a $60 price tag. So here's where I'm going to stand on this. At first, I'm not sure, and I'm still kind of uneven on this stance, but I will make this stance right now. If they hit $60 in total with the season passes that are coming out, and they hit something that I feel is a fair $60 game, and you do like a Game of the Year edition, it's like maybe $50 or $40 or whatever. I will speak highly of this game because apparently the game is good. It's just void of content right now, but it's also $19.99. So it's like, not that I like to use that as an excuse to whatever. But if I could pay $20 to try most games, there's like a quarter of them I wouldn't have bought if I could have just played the first couple of levels for $20 and just stopped paying for it instead of doing all 60.
Yeah.
So with that being the case, we'll see. I'm curious because I like the concept of dungeons. It still has some mining stuff. It still has it's like a lot of Diablo elements with a bit of Minecraft still in there. So far in all of Minecraft's spin-offs and cameos and stuff like that, it seems like they do a very good job of always remaining some sort of Minecraft feel, and I will always appreciate them for that.
I did see some gameplay on it, and it looks good. It looks like Diablo, but as Minecraft.
Exactly. So again, by the time it hits $40 or $60 worth of content, if it seems like it's worth it, they do a Game of the Year edition, and I'll be like,
cool.
Okay, cool. Then
Sure,
this was worth it, or it
Yeah.
wasn't. So we'll see. So there's a lot coming along there. And finally, big update coming to their main game. They're going to also have a new terrain. It's called Caves and what the fuck was it called? I already lost the thing. Anyway, it's called Caves and some bullshit, right? And the thing with this, though, what they're doing, Caves, it's something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's Caves and Mountains.
Some shit like that. And now a lot of people were just like, when they heard the title of the update, they were just like, it already has that stuff. What it is a full overhaul of a lot of the elements. When you mine now, when you go into the caves, new configurations, new ways you mine, new resources, etc., etc. So they're doing like a remix of the existing thing. For how long that shit's been around, it went from a single player experience back goddamn
2008?
Literally from that long ago. I remember that because I remember people when Markiplier would play that shit, when he first started playing it, the whole point of Minecraft is you would play it, you would play, I would play, and we'd all talk about these experiences we had. We couldn't play together, so we would always be like, man, wouldn't that be cool? So eventually it became the thing where they were just like, multiplayer was added for the first time. You had your fucking coexisting servers in the world, etc. So the game's come a really long way, and it's cool that even after this long, even after it's been taken out of what's-his-name's hands and sold to Microsoft for over $1 billion, huh?
Mojang?
Yeah, no, what the actual guy's
The
name.
guy who did it.
Doesn't matter. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where...
Everyone's a piece of
Yeah,
shit.
they also overhauled. They did one
Yeah,
of the
dude's like a
resources
motherfucking
is
racist.
powdered
Really?
snow, where it's a trap.
Yeah.
Where basically, if you walk over it, you fall into like a cave and stuff.
Right.
So it's. I watched a little bit of it. It was really good to see it. I'm actually really surprised of how far it came from the very beginning.
Yeah, for sure. And they're always adding different mobs. They added horses, and they added whatever. Now the new thing being added in this one. The cool thing is every time they add a monster, or a mob, it's not always naturally aggressive, but every time they add a new animal, it's always by vote. And what they decided to vote is this squid thing in, and it's actually originally from Minecraft Dungeons.
Yeah.
So now it's like you're taking from the other thing and putting it back into the main game. So I thought that was really cool. It's just stuff like that. It's very community driven, and I really, from the most literal sense to everything that's created for it. And even though Microsoft has bought it years ago, they still haven't. I gotta say, with the 21 studios or whatever I said that they bought, they're really smart because a lot of those studios, if you look at that list, you will not have known that Microsoft acquired those studios years ago because they are smart. They buy them to bankroll them or collect the profits, but they let them be, and they're just like, all right, we got Microsoft shit to do. You guys do your shit. We got to make Windows 11 or whatever, right? They go do all that stuff, and I do appreciate that because of that.
Is that his name?
The new lifestyle.
Tim Pool?
What about Tim Pool?
From
No,
Microsoft?
that's not the name of the guy who made Minecraft.
No. Tim Pool's from Microsoft.
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
I don't know. That's the name
is Tim Pool from
No,
Microsoft?
Tim Pool is like this bald, like half Korean dude who like fucking loves right wingers.
No,
I
that's
don't know
not.
what that popped in
That's
my
not
head.
the one we're thinking of.
Okay.
Hold on, let me
There's
see.
2
There's
Tim
Mark
Bulls?
Presson and
Feel
Jens
bad for them.
Bergeston, who made Minecraft.
Oh, Michael Poole. Never mind. Whoops.
Yeah.
Ah.
So another Poole. But anyways,
Yeah, no, Tim Pool's a
Um,
piece of shit.
yeah. So anyways, Michael Poole works at Microsoft. So no. Well, regardless, neither of them. It doesn't matter who.
Yeah.
Neither of them made
Sorry,
Minecraft.
that just popped in my head. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
So anyways,
Minecraft is dope. though.
yeah. No. So it's good stuff. And then finally, at the end of the Nintendo Direct or Mini Direct, or whatever the fuck partner Direct, what the fuck they call those things now. There's like a bunch of them.
Yeah.
They announced the new amiibos that are coming out next year. Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay.
Violet.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Terry Bogard, bitch!
Oh,
Boom!
shit.
Finally, an important
Nice.
amiibo. For the first time in amiibo history, an important one is coming out. Finally, in 2021. A good one's coming out. I'm just kidding, Bayonetta. You're just hard to get. But anyways,
Whatever
so there's
Charizard.
2 now. There's Bayonetta, well, 3. Bayonetta A and B, and Terry Bogard. So now there's 3 amiibos that are worth getting that now exist. So yeah,
What
we
about
can
all
pick this up next
Fire
year.
Emblem
What about
amiibos?
Shovel Knight?
Yeah, what about... Shovel Knight's cool too. I
Oh, yeah,
lost
that's
it.
right.
It's in one of these boxes.
Like
Yeah, anyways,
a
that
15
Shovel Knight one's so
Fire
expensive now. If I didn't love it so much, I would have resold it.
Emblem.
But anyways, it's really hard to get because that was a very limited
Yeah.
run because that
Fucking
partnership was,
amiibos.
you know. The cool thing is because Yacht Club Games knew it was going to be so limited because they literally knew it was going to be limited. They had it where the chips towards the bottom, so you can actually scan it in the box, so you didn't have to open it because they knew that it was going to become a collector's item.
Super smart.
So if you got the Shovel Knight when you opened it, you're an idiot. But anyways, there's that. But yeah, Minecraft every day.
Nice.
All right, guys. Other than that, we will catch you. It's been a little inconsistent. John and I are trying to work out our work schedules. That just happens. Josh's thing is podcast friendly. Mallory's is very podcast friendly. And John and I are trying to get our schedules there.
Yup.
Mine's really fucky because I am always going to close. So basically, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to be real with you guys, like, you know, listening, whatever. For now, there is no official schedule. It is going to be intended to come out Mondays at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time because that's already the commercials I paid for say that. So I'm not fucking moving it. Even though I kind of wanted to move to Tuesdays, but then I realized I have to rehire everybody. Anyways.
Yeah.
So other than that, financially, it's going to stay for Mondays at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And honestly, if John gets his schedule worked a certain way, with my schedule, even if I close, because I do close all the time now,
Be out early
on
than
Sundays I'll be out early enough that it won't be affected. So if John's can move up, then mine's already early enough where even if I close.
Might be a thing.
So we'll see. But other than that, we also could stay spontaneous because I do like it when we do it when we're off and we got time to do shit, blah, blah, blah. So we'll see. We'll see. You guys just got to figure it out. But for now, that's a tentative plan. We're going to try to do that. We're not missing it on purpose. We're not trying to do some dumb bullshit. We're trying, but life.
It's the
Until this
quarantine
becomes
schedule.
the full-time job, that's going to be not the thing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if it does, though,
But we love you.
Raid
guys.
Shadow Legends. If you want to make that a full-time dream, you can do that. Raycon. You got that Manscaped.
Yeah.
Anybody listening, you want to do that, hit me with that link over at...
That Samsung.
Well, we have a private one for
sponsor.
businesses, but for the sake of this podcast, I'm going to say disconnectedcastmail@gmail.com, and you can catch us sometime during the week at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And until then, we will catch you guys later. See ya!
Bye.